Happy Saturday, y'all. So we were supposed to go to this great homesteading thing tomorrow. And but I'm so super bummed because we canceled our plans to go because they were talking about this horrible storm coming through and tornadoes and everything else. I said, you know what? When I was looking at the map, we're an hour and a half from there. Could have been a very easy day trip. And we were like, if we go, we're going to be worried about this, this, and this. And, we were looking, there were some areas that are very flood zoney. And we're like, what if we can't get back home? Like, we didn't have an alternate route to get back home. And we're like, because we don't know the area, because the chance of flooding between here and there is real, we're just going to not go. So my husband accepted a work shift for today. And then we find out it's not going to rain today, or it's not supposed to. What a bummer. I'm so bummed, because it's going to be really fun. Since we're really kind of starting to homestead, like growing vegetables and stuff like that, I was really excited to meet other people that do it, listen to some people talk about it, and now I'm just super bummed we're not going to be there. Like, it breaks my heart. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? You make a decision based on the safety of your family, and sometimes stuff changes, and it's whatever. Got my bike yesterday. My husband got home about 4 o'clock. About 4:30 or so, he pulled it out, started to make sure I had the pieces. The cover for over the chain was a little bit bent, and he straightened it out, but he said, well, we really should hit it with some anti-rust paint, which we're going to do today. I emailed the company to see if we get a replacement one. I don't know if they're going to answer me back or not. It says to wait 48 to 72 hours, so we'll see. It is a black trike. We've got some mystery random pieces that we don't know where they go, one of which is a spring. Yeah. So, it's not fully put together though yet. We still have to put the baskets on. You have to put one of the bumper things on. And I'll just show you a couple pictures right here. And that's kind of where it was at last night, basically. The wheels are on. I mean, I could ride it right now if I wanted to, but it would look kind of strange. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get a ride in today. Because it shouldn't take that much longer. I will tell you, we had zero idea how hard it was to build a bike. I mean, because normally I'd buy two-wheel bikes and just be able to throw them in the car. This is definitely way bigger than that, and it did not come assembled. But it's quite the bike. It's kind of cool. I'm excited to ride it. My confusion is that it says it was a 24-inch bike, but it came with 26-inch wheels. So I'm rather confused on that account. I'm afraid I'm going to be too short for this bike as well. Or we might have to modify it for my height. I know my grandfather had modified a bike for me years ago. It was an adult male's bike. And he kind of welded off a piece of metal and then welded off a chunk and then reconnected the part the bike seat goes into to take off about an inch so I could ride it. Luckily, my husband has a welder and knows how to use it, so perhaps we could do the same thing. But yeah, so I'm just kind of hoping this is going to work out because I really want to ride a bike. And I really want to kind of add that mobility to my daily life. Being able to kind of get out and get around. If we get foster kids that can walk to school, I can ride my bike. And they can just put their backpacks and stuff in the basket and we can go together. Like, it'd be kind of cool. Especially on nice days, to be able to walk and then ride down there and pick them up and that kind of thing would be really cool. But yeah, so needless to say, that's that. The bike is looking good. Other than that one bent piece that did bend back, nothing else was out of form, out of shape. Everything looked good. The instructions are horrific, and it suggests multiple times. We highly suggest you watch YouTube videos on putting together this bike. Well, I looked. I couldn't find a dang YouTube video that was about this bike specifically. When I look up the company, I find videos for like a treadmill. I find videos for all other kinds of equipment, but no trike. So then I found a similar trike, but the brake system is completely different, and that was the thing we're having an issue with. But we think we have it figured out, so that's a good thing. Some of it was pretty easy to figure out, but a couple things were just kind of strange and off and that kind of thing. But so far, so good. And in my other video, I shared a little bit about dinner stuff. My quick video that I did. I had a steak last night. It was medium. And I had a steamed potato. I was gonna have two. My husband made me two, but I gave him the other one. And then today for lunch I'm having a salad. I think tomorrow we're gonna try to have Japanese sushi rolls. They can have whatever they want, but I want sushi rolls. Because they will do them without the sauce and with brown rice, make them super healthy for me. And then we also tonight we're gonna have the shrimp salad, and then tomorrow night we're gonna have my son's concoction, but I believe I'm gonna have a partial of his concoction. Because he's gonna, I think, use canned chili in it, and that's really not on my diet. So, I'm probably just gonna use the spinach leaves and the vegan pasta that I have, and some vegan butter, and put that together and have that for dinner. That way I'm having sort of what he made, just without the chili. Yeah, so there's that. And then, as far as plans for this weekend, we really don't have any. I mean, we're gonna put together the bike. We're going to work on stuff in the house and kind of recondo it a little bit more. Today, while my husband's at work, I plan on going through my nightstand because we're going to post both the nightstands up for sale because in the new room, the way we have it laid out, there's just no room for nightstands. And we have an underbed nightlight anyway, so we really don't need them per se. But yeah, so that's that plan. I was thinking of getting like a wall mounted over the headlight to put over the bed. Something that like mounts in the wall, but like has like a flip switch kind of thing, or maybe hangs from the ceiling. So if you want to like read a book or something, we have the availability to just have light we can turn on and off. So I might do something like that because I do have like a paper globe light that I might just hang over the bed. I kind of thought about doing something really kind of cool with a couple of them at different heights, but then I was like, you're getting too artsy fartsy, stop. But yeah, so that's that. I'm hoping he can get the paint done in that room and the wall done in that room. So that we can have the crib and everything set up, get my office area set up, so I can start filming in there, make my life a lot easier. But we'll wait and see what happens with that. Because then I won't be filming on I'll be filming on an actual camera again. It's just kind of want to have a setup where I don't have to take it down every day. So that's kind of my goal right now. Plus I want to set up lighting and all that kind of junk. So my plan is to plug all my lighting into like one strip and just flip the switch when I get into my spot so that everything comes on together, hit the button on the recorder, and be done. I want you to make it as easy as possible to process things because I do this all on my own. I do all my own editing and all that kind of stuff. Maybe my editing is not posh, but it's edited. Trust me, stuff I cut out, y'all don't know. There's a number of times I'm mid-sentence and I'm like, stop. 4, 3, 2, 1, start over again because I mess it up. But yeah, I am far from perfect. I will never be perfect. I can try to be perfect. It's never going to happen. So, yeah, so there's that. I really want to get my kitchen organized. Really need to purge some stuff out of my kitchen. Today or tomorrow maybe. Planning on maybe trying to do a couple more unboxing videos for some stuff that I've received. And I've got a couple other things kind of going on that I need to kind of work on. And I'm hoping this weekend we can also maybe take an arcade trip because our arcade videos about to run out on stuff that we've done. Just the basics, y'all. But yeah, so needless to say, overall, things have been going really great. I'm feeling a lot better. I know I mentioned that I had like a missing cycle thing going on. That is no longer a problem. Not missing anymore. Apparently my body just delayed processing. I could have done with the missing. It would have been okay. Yeah, so basically it is what it is. But that's fine because that means all that extra weight stuff will just go away. I do feel a big difference today, like in my stomach area, so I'm thinking a lot of it was that. So now I'm like more excited to weigh in next week than I was this week, for sure. And I'm not going to stop. I have no intentions of stopping. I don't actually care what steps in my way. I'm going to overcome this because, for the first time in my life, I feel like I've really got my head in the right place. And I really understand that I'm the only one that can change this. I can look around me for support from all directions. But at the end of the day, if I have zero support, I still need to do this. Like, this isn't a game. It's not. I mean, I've had a lot of people email me and say some pretty horrific things already, which is whatever. There are trolls in the universe that don't want to be kind to other people, don't want to recognize that people have feelings. But see, here's the thing: people don't hurt me when they say that stuff because that doesn't say anything about me. It says everything about them as a person. But I have people that message me and go, I like how you're really positive and stuff, but I've seen other channels that are really positive and now they weigh a lot more weight. Or they just gave up on weight loss and now they just do beauty stuff. Or they gave up on weight loss and they do this now. And I'm like, that's great for them if that's what they chose to do. If they're happy in their body, and that's whatever. I am older than most of these people. I have a limited time to change my future. And I hope to God, if there's someone who really wants to lose weight, they wake up before they hit my age. But again, I don't care about what anybody else is doing. I don't care what any other channel is saying. I don't care. I am looking out for myself. And I realize that I can ask people around me to support me. But at the end of the day, my support has to start here. If somebody from the outside supports me, awesome. If they don't, that doesn't matter. I have to love myself and have to change myself. And if you're somebody who's like, oh, I really need to lose weight, you need to understand that no person around you can push you to do it. Every day when you wake up and get out of bed, you have to say, I'm doing this today. And you have to make the choice and the decision to change. You can't have people telling you. And you can't just go on a diet and supposed to fill up all these different things. And you can't expect to take some diet pill and not expect that when you stop taking it, you're not going to gain weight back if you're still doing the same habits. You have to change everything. You have to change your personal outlook. You have to change your self-esteem. You have to change your relationships with other people. If you have toxic people in your life, they got to go. If you've got one person in your life who would suggest to you, oh, you're fine just the way you are, and you don't need to lose weight. The friends that tell you don't need to lose weight are so toxic for you. Now, sometimes friends will say that because they don't want you to feel like they wouldn't still be your friend. You need to clarify with them what they're saying. Because that guy in your life that you like, or that friend in your life that you like, who's telling you you don't need to lose weight, may have a reason for saying that, by the way. I have had friends in my life when I was motivated to lose weight sooner. And I would say, I really need to lose weight. I got to go to the gym. And I'd join a gym and I'd start working out and I'd start losing weight. And they'd be like, I don't understand why you're trying to lose weight. You're fine. You're healthy. You're this, you're that. And then I realized years later, as far as like guys I was dating that said that, in their head, they thought, well, as long as she's fat, no one else is going to hit on her. She's not going to leave me for somebody else, because they had self-esteem issues. Again, it spoke volumes to who they were, not who I was, but I let it define me. And my friends, when they were all thin, and so they were, well, if she loses weight, she might be my competition. And I'm not saying I would have been, because trust me, I have always been that girl. I ain't going to sleep with you on a first date or a second date or a third date. So yeah, I was not competition to the girls who were sleeping with everybody, because trust me, they were. Anyhow, I'm not competition to those people at all. Like, and if you look at a friend as competition, that's horrific. Super horrific. If you're looking at friends and you're seeing competition, you need a counselor. And really quickly, I just want to talk about this because there's a lot of YouTube channels talking about this, a lot of the drama channels talking about this. And I had started watching The Rewired Soul before he started with all of the drama stuff. And I really got a lot out of his old videos. And then when he started like pulling all this drama and stuff, it literally just kind of like turned my stomach a little bit. I was like, I don't like this. But then I noticed that like his Facebook group, it changed dynamically too. Like, there was a girl on there talking about a relationship that she was in. I'm not going to go into it just because of privacy stuff. And I don't, if it is some, like, for some reason, if she should see this or her boyfriend, I'm just not going into the details. But it was a situation where she really needed to get out. And, or, she really needed to, like, she did not get out. She needed to stand up for herself. And, for example, and this isn't exactly about what happened, but just trying to think of like a way somebody could stand up for themselves, you can understand how important it was. If you had a spouse or a boyfriend that you were living with, So you've been with them long enough that you've decided to move in together, take that next step, whatever. And that person is hanging out with friends you don't know that are female and not asking to introduce you to them. These women aren't asking to meet you, but they're texting them and not letting you see the text messages, hiding the text messages. They're hanging out with them after work and not telling you about it. And their response to you is, well, I know you get upset because you get jealous. No, that is a man who is gaslighting you. And so I basically said, no, you have the right to say, who is this person? You have a right to know who your spouse or boyfriends, live-in boyfriends, friends are who are female. I am not friends with a guy unless I know his wife. Period. Because I don't want some woman thinking I'm disrespecting her marriage. I don't want some woman thinking I'm going after her man. Period. Like, you need to have the right to say, I'm not comfortable with this. I mean, what guy would hide meeting people after work if they're being faithful? Anyhow, so I made a comment to that effect. Why would he be meeting people after work and not telling you about it? Lying to you is a big red flag. I would be concerned. And you have every right to be concerned. You're not being jealous. And everybody else, first of all, someone told me that was controlling. No, it's not controlling when you are in a marriage or in a long-term living together relationship to expect to be told the truth. It is not controlling to expect that if a person has friends of the opposite sex, that you at least know their names or know who they are. Period. If my husband was texting 7 or 8 different women that I don't know anything about, that's concerning. And if he's hiding it from me, it's even more concerning. Because there's not a dang person who text messages this phone that my husband couldn't pick up this phone and look at. I got nothing to hide from him. My phone, I don't even lock it. Like, you push it open once, you push it open twice, done, it's open. Like, I don't even lock my phone because there is no reason to lock my phone. I have nothing to hide. And I find it super frustrating. And I might do a thing about that one day because I find it so frustrating in relationships. We will hide things from each other. It's not a relationship when you hide stuff. It ain't. It ain't. It just ain't. I don't know what it is, but that ain't a relationship. You don't hide things from your partner. Like, it's okay to hide a surprise birthday party, but you don't hide friends of the opposite sex. And then gaslight your partner and be like, oh, it's because you get jealous. Like, if that person gets that jealous where you don't feel like you can tell about your female friends, you shouldn't be with them. Number one. Number two, if you're hiding females and then trying to gaslight them and say, I didn't tell you because you get jealous, then she needs to get out because you're doing stuff on the side. Like, there is no in between. It's one of two things. Either you should have gotten out because this person's too controlling and jealous, or two, you need to shut up because you're cheating on her or planning to, and you need to shut up. Like, there's only options here for that situation. But anyhow, I digress. I know I'm strange. It's okay. I own this. So, y'all have a great day, and I will see you on Monday because Sunday is family day. Bye.